You've probably heard that attraction is all about looks, or money, or having the perfect lines. But what if the real key is understanding a few hidden psychological triggers? And look, let's get one thing straight right away. This isn't about manipulation. It's about self-mastery. It's about building yourself into a stronger, more centered man from the inside out. So that leads to a big question, right? Why do so many men, good men, fail to create attraction that actually lasts? They follow all the typical advice, but they just seem to spin their wheels. Well, the answer isn't about what they're doing, it's about the foundation they're building from. And this right here, this really breaks it down. On one side, you have the common approach, chasing, begging, over-explaining your feelings, all stuff that comes from a place of needing her to like you. But on the other side, we've got the Stoic approach, and it's the total opposite. It's built on pure, internal strength, a solid sense of purpose, and unshakable self-respect. So let's dive into that first principle, building that foundation of inner strength. Because you see, powerful attraction isn't something you fake or a trick you pull. It's just a reflection of who you are. It's a total inside job, and it all starts with how you see yourself. Okay, so first up is this idea of emotional certainty. Women are naturally emotional beings, right? And because of that, they have this deep, subconscious craving for a man who is emotionally stable. She's not looking for another roller coaster ride, she's looking for a rock, a safe harbor she can count on when her own world gets stormy. And this is where it gets really clear. The big mistake is getting overly reactive, becoming emotionally dependent on her, or totally panicking when things go a little wrong. That just screams weakness. But mastery? That's when you can stay completely calm, even when she's upset. It's handling challenges with this quiet, unshakable confidence. You become the stable force. Okay, this next one is tricky. It's a real balancing act, what we call controlled vulnerability. A lot of guys think being vulnerable means just dumping all your feelings and problems on her. But doing that, constantly complaining or oversharing, it just comes off as needy. The real art is learning how to be open in a way that actually signals strength. And I love this quote because it just nails it. Your emotions should be like a deep ocean. She can see that there's depth there, but she's not going to get swept away by a tidal wave. You share your struggles after you've already figured them out. You reveal things about yourself slowly. That makes her feel like she's earning your trust without you ever seeming weak. All right, this next one, it's a total game changer. How a man handles rejection is maybe the single biggest test of his inner confidence. Most guys are absolutely terrified of it. But the man who can just shrug it off, wow, he becomes magnetic. It tells her his self-worth is non-negotiable. I mean, just look at the difference here. The desperate man, he needs her approval. So when he gets rejected, he gets totally deflated. But the confident man, he already knows his own value. He can literally just shrug, crack a joke, and walk away without a second thought. Because hey, his world doesn't crumble if one person says no. And that's the big secret, isn't it? The pain never really comes from hearing the word no. It comes from being so attached to needing a yes. The second you can truly, genuinely let go of needing anyone else's approval, rejection completely loses its sting. It just becomes feedback. All right, let's switch gears a bit. We've talked about the internal mindset, that inner strength. Now let's get into how you actually translate that strength into what you do and how you carry yourself. Let's talk action and presence. So think about it like this. It's a basic rule of psychology. We all want what we can't easily have. It's called scarcity. So if you're always available, always eager, always there at a moment's notice, your perceived value just plummets. But when you have your own life, your own mission, that's what creates that high value. That's what creates real attraction. And really, what this all comes down to is one simple choice: putting your self-respect above her validation. And the ultimate way to show that? Being willing to walk away. Chasing after her when she pulls back just proves you need her. But walking away, that proves you respect yourself more. You have to remember, curiosity is the engine that drives attraction. If she knows exactly what you're thinking, exactly how you feel all the time, well, where's the fun in that? The chase is over before it even starts. Being an open book, texting back in 2 seconds, always asking for reassurance, it kills the mystery. You know, before you even open your mouth, your presence is saying 1,000 words. How do you walk into a room? You want to move with purpose, hold eye contact, speak a little more slowly, more deliberately. These aren't just little tricks. These are powerful subconscious signals of calm confidence, and they are incredibly attractive.
Okay, so get this. Women are going to test you. It's not malicious, it's just a subconscious filter. She might challenge your opinion or act a little disinterested just to see if you'll wobble. And the secret? Don't react. Stay calm, smile, remain completely unfazed. When you pass her little test, her attraction for you goes way up. And remember, she's only testing the guys she's already curious about.
All right, let's get to the big one, the absolute peak of all this. If you can understand and embody these next two ideas, seriously, everything else just kind of falls into place. This is the ultimate male kryptonite. Forget looks, forget money for a second. The single most attractive quality a man can have is a mission, a purpose. Whether you're building a business, mastering a skill, whatever it is, a man who is driven by something bigger than himself is just naturally magnetic. His focus is on his path, not on chasing approval. And here's where so many guys get it wrong. They make the woman their mission. But that's a huge mistake. A woman doesn't actually want to be your world. She wants to be invited into the exciting, amazing world that you're already building for yourself. So that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, the thing that really ties this all together. And it's all about mastery. But not mastery over her, mastery over yourself. You want to know who holds all the cards in any relationship? It's the person who is in control of their own desires. The man who chooses women wisely instead of just chasing anything that moves. The guy who has high standards and puts his mission before a momentary urge. That level of self-control, it's rare, and it's incredibly powerful. Look, if you forget everything else I've said today, please remember this next idea. It is the single most powerful psychological shift you can make, and it will change absolutely everything for you. And that's it. That's the secret. Real, genuine attraction isn't something you get by chasing it. It's a side effect. It's the natural result of having self-control, having a purpose, and having unshakable self-respect. When you truly live that way, the entire dynamic just flips on its head. You become the one worth chasing. So, I'll leave you with this question. This whole journey, it's not about learning tricks to control her. The real power, the life-changing power, comes from learning how to control yourself. The only question left is, are you ready to start?